What's going on, guys? It's Adonis. The Tournament of Power is over. Sad but true, but we're gonna analyze the wish that was made and how this could affect the movie and the next series coming out, potentially, fingers crossed, next year. So let's get into it. Now, if you guys are fans of geek culture content, make sure you hit that subscribe button and you have notifications turned on so you don't miss any future content. Now, before we get into it, as usual, go ahead and smash that like button, show your boy some love. Now, with this video, we're gonna be talking about one, the wish, but two, supporting evidence that could show what is gonna be coming in the future. Kind of analyzing why this theory may or may not make sense, because it's been floating around all over the place, and I was like, you know what? Let's look into it. Let's see what's going on. So here we go. So Android 17 made a wish at the end of the Tournament of Power, basically stating, restore all the universes that were erased. Now, on the surface, that seems super basic. There was a total of 8 universes that competed. 7 of them got erased, so bring them back. And I do want to clarify this too, because I see a lot of people forgetting that there was 4 universes that did not compete in the Tournament of Power because their mortal level was too high. So it was just the lower tiered mortal level universes that were actually competing in the Tournament of Power. So it was only 8 teams total. And you saw after the wish was granted, all the universes that were erased came back. Now, I stated this during my reaction video. If you haven't checked out my reaction to episode 131, I'll leave a card up here so you guys can check that out. But during the wish that was made, I stated, well, does that mean that all of the universes come back? Because if you remember, there was 18 universes total and Zeno erased 6. Now, at the moment, I was like, no big deal. They just showed the 8 that we are familiar with. But then later on in the day, everybody kept asking, yo, do you think this means all 18 universes? And I'm like, you know what? Let's see if there's if there is a possibility that this could make sense for the future of the series, and could this make sense for the movie that's coming out? So let's start with the first question of why does this seem like it's planning something else? Well, if you remember at the beginning of the Tournament of Power, prior to it starting, Zeno was going to erase the lower mortal level universes, and the Tournament of Power was to give the lower universes a fighting chance, and the winner would be able to survive, and the rest would be eliminated. And I feel that's why there was a lot of contradicting theories on what the wish could be. You know that Goku would probably want to wish everybody back, but it was one of those things where it's like, well, if Zeno wanted everybody gone anyways, why would he wish them back and then eliminate them again if he didn't want them there? Now, in all fairness, it could be a ruse to begin with, just to get each universe to put their best fighters forward, to make them feel like there was something greater at stake versus just showing who's the strongest. That could have been a ruse. We find out later in the episode 131 that Zeno had a plan, or he had already predicted that the winner would wish back the universes that were eliminated. Now, he did state that if somebody did wish for a selfish type of wish, that he would erase everything. So did Zeno state this at the beginning just to get people to participate on their highest level possible? Or maybe did he switch his idea midway through the tournament? Or was it just a writing decision midway through and say, you know what, we're gonna do something else with these other universes? And this is where the theory, I feel, has some level of weight to it, is because of that initial statement of he was going to erase them anyway. So to me, I'm thinking, okay, maybe the writers are like, all right, we can add these other universes in and then create something out of that with this wish. So that's the only thing to me, based off the original statement for the Tournament of Power, that makes a little bit more sense. So what would this mean for the series? Well, I think it's kind of basic right off the top, because they could kind of do anything they wanted to. One, they haven't really explored any of the current other 11 universes, not including ours, on top of adding 6 new universes. So we've only seen, you know, the fighters that represented those universes. We haven't seen, you know, any villains from those universes besides Frost. So I still feel there's a ton of things that we can explore in the multiverse that is Dragon Ball. But just adding the additional 6 could add more things where maybe certain people from certain universes are teaming up now to fight or combat some evil threats from these other universes. Again, these are all speculative. So what could this actually mean for the movie? Now, a lot of us have been speculating that the character that Goku is fighting in that trailer is Yamoshi. Now, complete speculation. There is another side of that speculation that's saying, no, Yamoshi is supposed to be a Super Saiyan God. We know how the ritual works. kind-hearted Saiyans, he shouldn't be evil at all. Now, what we did learn is this character appears to be a Saiyan and that he's from the past. So how does this make sense at all with this theory of these 18 universes, potentially the additional 6 that were erased prior to Tournament of Power being back? Now, the only way that I can think of linking this would be that this Saiyan is from one of those 6 universes that were erased. Now, some people may say, well, that doesn't make sense, because the only other universes that have Saiyans is the twin to 7, which is 6. And the only thing that I would say is that's not technically correct. Now, if Universe 7 and Universe 6 are actually twins, why does Universe 2, who is Ribrianne's universe, Universe 2 have a Yardrat? Why wasn't there a Yardrat in Universe 6? Maybe there was, and we just didn't see him in the tournament. But Universe 2 had a Yardrat. So that whole idea that, you know, some of these beings can't be in other universes as well is kind of debunked by that right off the bat. So this Saiyan could be from one of those 6 universes that were erased. Now, as far as it being in the past, these universes were erased ages ago. So it's still technically the past. Now, the reason why this isn't far-fetched to me is we've already seen a crossover before between movies and TV show. Now, if you look back to Battle of Gods movie, that was a Dragon Ball Z movie, Battle of Gods. This is when we first found out about the multiverse of Dragon Ball, where you had these 12 universes and that there was other universes that may have stronger, you know, fighters in those universes. Now, this was 2 years prior to Dragon Ball Super, and those same threads carried through as far as the multiverse, as far as having stronger fighters. So this isn't completely out of the realm of reality that what's happening in the TV show right now could affect the movie that is coming out in December. So it's really something that I have to think about and say, you know what? It is a possibility because we've already seen a crossover before between the movie and the actual story in the anime. So as far as Android 17's wish goes of wishing back all 18 universes, I think it is plausible. I think it's something that could be. It's not something that is, you know, dead on like, no, it's just the universes that were in the tournament, because he didn't state that. So I would say it's definitely open to speculate, especially how it could affect the movie and how that villain could be from one of those universes. But ultimately, it's just a theory. What are your guys' thoughts on this theory? Have you guys thought about it much? If so, let me know in the comments down below. If you haven't and it's the first time you're hearing it, what are your thoughts on it? Let me know as well. And if you guys have other theories based on episode 131 and how this could play out in the future of the Dragon Ball series, let me know also down below. And if you guys aren't Geek Tonight yet, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, have that notification bell turned on so you don't miss any future content. If you guys like this video, hit that thumbs up button, show your boy some love, and if you want to check out my latest videos, the links will be right here to the side. All right, guys, till next time. See you later.